Welcome to today's Explainer. Today, we're unpacking something genuinely fascinating, the Wellness and Wahala platform. If you've ever found yourself wondering how a digital community takes really heavy real-world problems and actually transforms them into positive, actionable change, well, you are definitely in the right place. Let's just get right into their mission.
So the whole movement is pretty much driven by this one massive core question. How exactly do you take Wahala and turn it into a win? I mean, it's a super bold premise, right? They're fully acknowledging life's heaviest issues, but they're deciding to tackle them head-on with a mindset of absolute victory. But hey, to truly grasp what they're doing, we first need to understand that foundational word, Wahala. It's Nigerian Pidgin for issues or problems. And honestly, by putting that exact word right in their title, the platform is flat out refusing to shy away from the gritty, difficult parts of life. They're pulling the problems right up front and center so they can actually go ahead and solve them.
Okay, so who exactly steps up to fight all these problems? Well, they call them the Wellness Wahala Warriors. They absolutely do not view their audience as just, passive scrollers staring at a screen. No, they see them as active participants in a real battle for humanity's good, and they've built this very specific framework for what actually makes a warrior.
According to them, a true warrior embodies 4 very distinct traits. You've got to have the resilience of a winner, the sheer ambition of a world changer, the intellect to be wise, and the charisma to be winsome. It's this incredibly holistic approach to personal development. Like, you absolutely need the drive to push forward, but you also need the grace to bring other people along for the ride. And let me tell you, this exact framework has resonated deeply. It's helped them build what they affectionately call their village. We're talking about a highly concentrated, incredibly engaged community of over 3,500 subscribers, 3,670 to be exact. And every single one of them is rallying around this proactive, no-nonsense mindset. Now, fueling this entire village is a growing library of 63 videos. But here's the kicker. It is not just one person talking into a microphone. They actively curate this whole tribe of subject matter experts to give their audience these incredibly well-rounded strategies for tackling all sorts of diverse issues. Because ultimately, the driving goal behind all of those videos and all of those thousands of subscribers boils down to one incredibly powerful purpose: to be a voice to the voiceless. It's all about leveraging their collective platform to boldly speak up for those who literally cannot speak for themselves.
Of course, being a voice to the voiceless takes a whole lot of different forms in the real world. To actually execute this, the Wellness and Wahala platform operates on 2 very distinct, yet perfectly complementary levels of impact.
They've got this super clear dual approach going on. On a local level, they are out there doing grounded community outreach, like their Bible ministry dropping off devotionals over at DeKalb Prison. But then, internationally, they pivot straight into major advocacy for the Nigerian African diaspora right here in America. This means raising the alarm on urgent current affairs. We're talking about protesting systemic violence in Nigeria and spotlighting absolutely critical public health challenges across Africa, like those devastating Ebola outbreaks. It's just a fascinating scale of impact, ranging all the way from a local county prison to massive global human health and rights issues.
When it comes to their international advocacy, they use incredibly stark, urgent messaging to just cut right through the digital noise. Statements like, "Nigeria is bleeding, enough is enough, stop the killings," paired with strategic hashtags. It perfectly shows how they leverage short-form content to rapidly mobilize awareness around these severe crises. They lean heavily into that mandate to speak for the vulnerable, and they do it with real urgency. But let's be real for a second. You cannot fight global health crises and support prison ministries if you're running on empty, right? A warrior has got to maintain their own strength. And that is exactly why their everyday mantra, "No Wahala, just wins," perfectly captures the other half of their strategy. It's all about deeply rooted personal encouragement and daily wellness. They do an amazing job of balancing that heavy global advocacy with genuinely uplifting, faith-fueled community milestones. They inject so much energy with things like their Monday Motivation series, and they go all out celebrating community wins, like their recent Wellness Wahala book launch. They even strategically tied that launch to Book Lovers Day and the creator's own birthday month in August. Honestly, that's just a brilliant way to celebrate. It's entirely about fostering that upbeat, victorious mindset day in and day out.
And all of these incredibly diverse efforts, from the prison ministry to the global health and human rights awareness, straight through to the new book drops, are centralized into one digital command center. It's their link tree. That is the ultimate rallying point where their whole village connects with the exact resources they need to go out and actually take action.
So we've seen exactly how the Wellness and Wahala mission takes complex, heavy problems and transforms them into focused, positive purpose. But at the end of the day, it all comes right back down to the individual warrior. So I want to leave you with this. Whether you're facing a global crisis, a pressing local community need, or honestly, just a deeply personal obstacle, how will you tackle the Wahala in your own world today?